Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your old pal J-Gun coming to you today with a look at the Kruger S-65 Stingray, a ship that looks like a Stingray. It's even got some claspers here on the bottom if that turns you on. Bringing it up in the VMA real quick so we could take a look at it. I frequently really don't go over specs and components in my first looks, and I thought, you know what? Why the heck not? So let's look at the systems. It comes with 2 Frost Stars, a Light Blossom power plant, a Rush quantum drive, and 2 webs for shields. Weapons. Looks like it's got 2 launchers with 4 missiles each, Tempest 2s. And for the size 3 weapons, Whiptail STR-E2s. And it has some size 4 mounts also. Whiptail STR-E2. Oh, that's weird. Oh, weapon slot 4, weapon slot 3. I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. That's not the size. That's just the number on the slot. That is not confusing at all. We have 1, 2... Yeah, it looks like 2 Axiom L22 repeaters and 4 of the Whiptail STR-E2s. That's it. You know, it has rounded... the design is a little bit different than what we're used to. I'll say that for sure. You know, if you look at some of the ships in this game, you'll say, oh, it's like a military, modern-day shooter. You know, things are angular and, you know, military. We've got some alien aesthetics. We've got some, like, beat-up, broken aesthetics like we got with the Basher and the Shiv. And then this is kind of new for the game. Maybe the Wolf, you know, you could say is kind of similar in its curviness. But anyways, let's go ahead and spawn this beauty and see what she actually looks like in person. Extra large hangar is annoying. Well, while we're doing that, maybe we could take a look at the new Chiron armor that is not on my character because patch reset. It's a fixable problem. Let's go ahead and put it on. If you did the Foundation Festival stuff, this is... apparently I have two sets of those. Oh, no. They're just the same color. Okay. Foundation Festival. Foundation. I'm digging the backpack. I gotta admit. Ship's still coming up. Got a hot minute. I'm digging the backpack. Kind of cool, huh? Kind of cool. Doesn't really... I wish we had some, like, soft-sided backpacks that actually kind of better followed the line of our back instead of sticking outward so oddly. But anyways, back to the Stingray. Oh, by the way, the should you buy on this is a no, as with every ship in the game. I buy all the ship's people so that you don't have to. I think that's going to be my new motto. I buy the ships so you don't have to. You can always just borrow from me. So it's got this on the back. You know, obviously with the Stingray, the actual stinger is under the tail, not the tail. But, you know, most people don't need to know that. We've got some carbon fiber textures here. It's interesting looking, right? I think. Component access. That's interesting. That suggests there are some physical components. Might open that up in a little bit. You know, so no doubt it's curvaceous and organic looking. But kind of, you know, perfectly tied up and sealed. And my game is hitching. Great. Instancing, not. And this is the point in the game where you get to share a hangar with somebody else. Don't worry, folks. When he's done landing, the lighting will return to normal. Well, I gotta be honest with you, folks. I don't know if I'm gonna fly this thing or have sex with it. Got rifle storage there. God, somebody went to town with these landing gear. How many pneumatics can we get? It's got a stance very similar to the Aegis Eclipse, with the winglets that tip up and provide the gear on the down. Fuel port with an animation that somehow is breaking the server. Got some small MAV thrusters there for maneuvering. Can we get on it? If we can get on it, we can access those component bays. Oh my gods. Let's try again. So close. Wasn't that close? I felt like I was close. Well, component access is via the top. There's just no way to get up there. No easy way. Let's try here. You know what? I did skip leg day. Maybe that is the You know what? You know what? I'm trying to... so close. Come on. You think I'm going to get this? 6 times a charm. Here we go. And that's a no. Okay. Let's do one more quick look. You guys know I like to kind of get up close to the ships, turn around, and then get away. Just kind of to get some perspective. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of short and squat. It's like a shaped like a Mustang Omega, or sorry, a Mustang or something. It's just weird looking. I mean, what am I looking at here? It looks like a insect shark that's gravid. So maybe it's gonna lay some eggs or make some babies. And our pilot seat. That's weird. The interaction point is kind of floating out in midair about a meter in front of it. Got some nice crunchy sound effects there for all that. Let's watch the gear animation. The true measure of a ship. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. Let's, I kind of like the pilot, like where the way the pilot kind of sits in there. That's kind of cute, right? Screenshot. Okay. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. We'll get past the clouds, and we'll have a better look. God, are those weapons? It's got great sound effects. The other thing I like is it's kind of like an airplane with the way the flaps work. That's kind of cool. It's got some hot flap action there. Visibility's good. There's no struts. And in VR, it's even better because, like, in VR, I can fix my posture and actually see up higher over the dash. How high are we? We're at 20. We're about 18K up. Let's check out these guns. Wow, that's a lot of guns. Oddly, it's not letting me cycle between banks. So maybe you have to fire all of them at once. Let's take a look. Oh, interesting. What am I seeing here? So it appears the some of the guns are just coming out of these little ports on the top. That's nice. We've seen that with the Wolf, right? Weapons, when not activated, do conceal themselves. I feel like that's a bug. The little size 2s on top, they're not visibly extending. Maybe that's not a bug. Maybe that is actually how they work. If so, that's actually kind of cool. But kind of was almost expecting them like badgers, that we could see them. You know what? Maybe I'm glad I'm not seeing them. Let's tip down a little bit. Get some of the light off. Yeah. Look how happy I am. It's such a polished, tight package. You know, like, it's modern, it's smooth, it's rounded, it's organic, it's super polished, the sounds are tight. There's really not much to criticize here, except we don't need any more ships like this in the game, you know? Half of it is size 2s, half of it is size 4s. It's... I don't know. It's cool as hell looking, right? What do you think the price will be? What do we think the price is going to be on something like this? As much as a Hornet Mark II civilian? Maybe. It's not alien, so there can't be any alien tax, even though it kind of looks alien. Apparently... Let's go into flight mode. Let's check all the okay, standard. 3 operator modes per master mode. Yep. 3 operator modes per master mode. We've got some missiles. Let's check those out. And it's got just the 8 Tempest 2s. And they're on the wings. Alternating banks. I like it. I mean, I like built-ins, right? I like bespoke things. I just do. It allows for much sleeker ship designs. So what else? What else? Let's do a mission, right? Let's put it through its paces, maybe? Maybe. Bounty Hunter. No Bounty Hunter missions. Any Merc missions? Call invasive creatures. No? No? Okay. Let's get up to Tressler. And I know as soon as I, like, click stop recording and upload this thing, people are going to find some aspect of the ship I didn't investigate. But Cockpit is modern Kruger, right? We've seen this aesthetic in the Wolf, and I like it. There's a release button over here. I'm definitely not going to click. We got the cool kind of retro radial knobs for things. I like that. Open canopy, blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead and... Lights off. Okay, that's fine. I think that might actually refer to cockpit lighting. I don't know. It has lamp, I'm sure. Yep. I think most of the new ships do. Oh. Actually, before I do that, let's look at the capacitors in SCM mode, in SCM gun mode. Unlike the M80, which has enough pips to power everything, if we have... yeah, we don't. We don't. You're going to want to upgrade the power plant on this. It doesn't... Yep. So if we'll probably want to leave... You know what? Let's turn off... Let's take one cooler down to 1 pip. Actually, let's take both coolers down to 1 pip. And assuming we don't need to target things or have any good ESP... Yeah. Anyways. Not enough pips available. But with full power into weapons, looks like you get 60 in the capacitor for each bank. That's nice. I mean, listen to this. That is some significant pew-pew. That's what I would say. And let's take a look from the outside. Maybe this is how you finally access those component bays. Nice. Shield gen and battery. Oh, that is cool. I like that. The whole thing opens up. Now you feel like you're working on a classic hot rod. Okay, Sig. Oh, and then there's detailing with the engine. Okay. You know what? Maybe you should buy... You know what? No, don't buy the ship. How about this? I'll buy one. That is cool. That is cool. Can we get a screenshot of that? Let's get a screenshot of that. I think that's cool. Hello. I think that's cool. Molly says hi. I rescued this dog from the pound because people always say that's the right thing to do, right? But she's a complete psychopath. Okay, let's get one more screenshot. I like it. I like it. Do you like it? Oh, I like all the ships. Okay, let's get back. Okay, so that's pretty dang cool. So shield gens have their own little compartment, but the rest is just under that big hood. Here we have shield and radar. Or a turntable. If you could bring your vinyl with you, you can be a deep space DJ. There's a fair amount of reuse you can see here in textures with the other Kruger models. Like we see these little no-step panels, the MAV thrusters. They did a good job of taking the assets they developed during the Wolf and evolving them a little bit into this. So, it's cool. It's cool. I don't do ship reviews, really, do I? Manual release. If any of my videos is ever titled ship review, I'm lying. Because I don't know how to review ships. I just spawn them, look at them, and say, wow, that's cool. That's pretty. Or it's not. Weapons look cool. Yeah, like I said, folks, I don't know whether I want to fly this thing or have sex with it. You know, maybe you don't want to borrow mine. Okay, how do I get back in? It's somewhere over here. Somewhere over here it pops up. Oh, there it is. There it is. Boink. Well, that opened it. Visibility's great. There's a lot of detail in the the cockpit. You can tell somebody at CIG loves carbon fiber. Let's get back in. I would love something to shoot at. Let's see if we're, now that we're maybe out of atmosphere, we can find a quest. Gonna go ahead and rebalance capacitors. F8 for that. Remember, F5 through F8 are your capacitors. At least for weapons, engines, and shields. Okay, come on, baby. Ah, there it is. You know, it's probably there the whole time, but scrolling just doesn't work. Orbital laser. No, I don't want to do an OLP platform. Derelict outpost on Microtech. This is not a ship bounty. Like it doesn't say, usually it says small ship or small aircraft or something. Oh, here we go. This will be it. This will be it. It'll be a small ship, but let's check it out. And, or maybe we won't do it because it won't go into our... Oh my god. This is the game, folks. The should you buy on the entire game is a no, of course, also. Okay, and the entire bounty hunter category has disappeared. Fantastic. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe if I fly around some more. The engine noises are a bit loud. Like, I have my volume at 35%, and even at that, the engine sounds are too much. Let's try again. Medical rescue for cannon fodder. Sorry, buddy. Okay. This review is just going to be way too long because I can't find a quest. There was a quest. There was a quest. You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that bounty hunter quest? To get my cert? I was going to get my cert. I was going to get my bounty hunting cert. And it disappeared. Okay. Well, let's cut it short here. Or cut it long. I don't know. And call it. But it's kind of a cool ship. It's simple. It, you know, you like a Gladius, it's got kind of junk hanging off the bottom, but apparently that's where the weapons go. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Such a nice, sleek silhouette. Okay. This will be for sale on the store. Wind 4.10 goes live sometime next week. And you probably shouldn't put money into the game at this point, at least not new money. Just my recommendation. But if you want to fly it, come find me, and you can fly mine. And that's it. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you found this look somewhat informative, and feel free to like and subscribe if you want. And I hope to see you in the verse.